good person, don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up, another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go, got the east side flow.
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Play action now, Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Slot man motioned over. On 1st down, here's Burrow. That throw finds Kmet. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. Pushing for the red zone. And he has it almost to the red zone, down at the 21-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down, Burrow to throw. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First down, ball at the 36. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pass is caught, it's T.J. Hawkinson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And that'll bring up second down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They'll send him over right. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching the kid, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Going on third, McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, I know some old-school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. Know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
McCarthy throwing on fourth down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Man in motion, out of the slot. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Flush out now to his left. Hits his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the gun, a give to Brown. They'll cobble together a yard there. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, second and 9. He's on the move. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, great team defense there. No matter where he looked, Brock, there seemed to be a defender there, including where the pass eventually went, and that was why it was intercepted.
Such a disciplined rep there from the defense. As a QB, you try to extend the play to break them down defensively. Nobody did. And as a quarterback in that case, when you don't have a lane to throw it and the field is shrinking, you've got to throw that ball in the 5th row.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. Finds him on the crossing route. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10, here's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Receiver in motion going left. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. He's contained at the line for no gain. Stop made by Sam Hubbard. progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Toss play to Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Working quickly here. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They go to Barkley again. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Offense up to the line fast. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Kmet brings it in. Oh, this big guy is moving. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Moss reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a 13-0 lead. Zach Moss, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
What the hell? That landing in the landing zone. Why did it put you at the 30? That's weak.
First and 10 now from the 30. McCarthy looking to throw. He's on the move. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Brown on the inside give. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Offense in the hurry up here. Second and 3. They'll get this one to Brown. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's
Come on, block Odell.
First down.
I block him, Odell.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
This throw is caught.
Better wrap up, homie.
And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy.
Whew.
An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's McCarthy to throw. Fits it through the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10.
Ah, come on, Rankin.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air, McCarthy.
Oh, I was there too.
Across the middle. It's an incomplete
Wow, I
pass.
went to the right.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. McCarthy throwing here. He has the first over the middle. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings get it back to a 14-point game. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. First down, Burrow to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again, following the sack. Rolling left, buying some time. Big gain downfield.
Got him. Got him.
And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown.
All right, brother.
His
We'll
second
see, brother.
scoring catch of the game.
I gotta
love
do a
plays
couple
like
things
this,
with
Brock.
this.
Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary.
Yeah,
Give your quarterback room to throw it up, you can find pay dirt.
One after up and good by McPherson. And the
You got
Bengals
one
stretch
to.
their lead to 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
What's up, boy? You got the Vikings. Yeah.
Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Minnesota spends its second timeout here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He fires one deep down the right sideline. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Challenge that shit. Ah, yeah, 2 minutes. Come on, Booth. Review that, Booth.
We don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Working inside the red zone.
Wow, Gilly slow as hell.
Get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half.
Nah, halftime.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
I got ball first.
So Chris, so that means you.
Well, that first half certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Fielded at the 7. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return.
So when I get a pick six, you already scored when you get a pick six. That's why they call it a pick six. Because you already scored. Like, that's just an interception. Or a pick, yeah.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley.
Damn.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
Ooh.
Hockenson reels it in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
He scored the first one?
Nah, it wasn't first. He scored though.
First down, a run with Barkley.
No.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close.
Nah, I ain't throwing no pick six. I
These
threw
are
a
the
pick,
kind
but
of
not a
runs
pick
that
six.
a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 now. Throwing the out route complete. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield.
It ain't
Discipline
over.
for that receiver to stay
You
alert.
don't never think the game over.
He's a viable option as well.
You don't know that. You don't never think the
Gets it on
game
3rd
over.
down. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
No lead is safe.
Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know
Huh?
how to keep the drive moving forward. There's
Is
some
that
trust
what?
there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another
Nah.
shot, I would guess, down the line.
I got first down.
Going to the ground again on first.
That's like
And the
third
power
quarter.
play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Nah. Oh, there you go.
2nd and 8. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Nah,
Well covered on that
no
play.
way.
Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
How you see it? You ain't got no window in your classroom.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Have you ever seen when I go to class?
Yeah, I know your class.
McCarthy to throw it.
Pop his ass. Oh, man.
There's windows
And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
I don't remember no windows being in
They'll
your
get
class.
18 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Why am I class? Not inside.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. He's able to drive that pile about a yard.
You
Chris
just
Jenkins
go the
Jr.
whole way.
there on the tackle.
Yeah.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
And there's a window over there. That's what. And that's what I mean. It would have
McCarthy.
it would have it would
Oh,
have.
get him.
Chased out to his
Ah,
right.
that was dumb. I should have let him tackle.
You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he
Yeah,
listened to
it's
it.
all like the
He
way
was
I
able
was
to
at
make
lunch.
something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Oh, get him.
And the defense gets
Yeah, I heard a little thunder.
Small loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. McCarthy to throw for it. On the move, headed right.
Come on, go get him.
Oh,
man.
He's able to get this down to the 13. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy.
Perfect.
And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Jordan Addison the touchdown.
That was Addison. That was Jordan Addison.
For the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings get it back to a 14-point game. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And not a bad place for them to start, up past the 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31.
Here we go. 11.
This defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
You say what? That ran cut back in. If I'd have cut back in, I'd have got about 5 yards.
Burrow from the gun.
He dropped it.
Loose, incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Yeah.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow.
Oh!
Isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season.
McPherson. Mac Pearson. That's his name. What? Backspin kick. He barely kick it.
Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets himself back on that return. They're up in the
kick that far as that.
We've reached the end of 3 in our week 1
We
opener.
got a lot of wind going.
Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard.
Nah, probably
First and
about
10 from a
70
yard
degrees.
shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball. And they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down.
Ooh, lay out for that boy. Who is
It
that?
ends up incomplete.
Those
hell is
passes get
this?
more and more
Lay out for that one.
as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Third long from here. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball.
Man, they gonna let him catch it.
And he
Should've
flips the
used it,
field
yeah.
for them before being taken down.
God damn.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to
Oh,
move the ball
put
in
your
this
hand
league
up, brother.
with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
First down from the red zone. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. He'll throw it yet again. Caught near the goal line. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings now within one score in the fourth. Deebo Samuel the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
What, man?
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away.
Yeah, I see.
This will end up as a touchback.
Yeah, I see what he's saying.
Tell me what he said. If he says no, you have to play another one. But if he says yes,
First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, Burrow.
is this fourth quarter?
Catches made
Yes,
down the right
sir.
sideline. A lot of mess on the move here.
Oh, he got in there, Deuce.
Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals score by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals double their lead to 14.
What?
It's because he was trying to.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
Yeah, because he had a DB. I had a tight end. The tight end slow.
He'll take this at the 10.
Boom!
He gets crushed by a big
Yeah,
hit.
he had a DB.
Right at the
DB
21
fast on
and
tight
that
end.
return.
Most DBs.
Is it Montez a baby?
Nah, he a wide receiver, boy. You know that.
They're out and set.
No.
First and 10.
Is it the ones who be the ones that play
You said, why he be what?
running?
Running because he a wide receiver. You catch the ball, you take out running.
No, be running and not be catching.
He be
Back to
doing it
throw.
all.
Here's McCarthy. He throws it.
Man, how is he butt naked?
He's got it inside the 25. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings now within one score in the fourth. It's a Justin
worm.
Jefferson touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
Oh,
Reichert on for the
Matthew,
point
too.
after.
Matthew, get your ass back.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
We got 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 20 seconds.
No, I said how she will play.
You don't know. finna put together a long drive.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball
About an
game.
8-play drive. 8-9-play drive. Man, what the hell? Bro, what are you doing? He wouldn't stop. Oh, my God. This mother lover wouldn't stop. Shit. Man. If I lose this game, I'm going to be pissed off.
Excitement, right?
Oh, man. What? Yeah, I was playing, but he didn't stop. I don't know why it didn't stop. I've been let it go.
They become special as a special teams unit to punch it out.
Yeah, but I was trying to, he should have stopped. I was trying to run it to the back. He just stopped right there and started dancing. And then wouldn't stop dancing.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it.
I won't do that ever again in my life. I'm trying to make him do that, and he's gonna start dancing and wouldn't stop. If I lose this ball game, I'm gonna be pissed.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Did you make him stop? But he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't stop. I don't know why.
Burrow out of the shotgun. He's gonna
all right, I get it right back, Deuce. Oh, go, Chase. I'm about to say.
And he's gonna take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals.
Man, Burrow should do that in stride.
It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His third through the air this game. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7.
Now I gotta play defense for real, dude.
On to handle the
Why
kickoff.
is he doing that?
I don't know why he didn't stop celebrating.
And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
Why does Chris do that?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield left.
Ooh, turn around. 95. Had you a freebie.
How is the minute?
No dice on that
Boy, you see, 3 minutes.
2 minutes? 9 minutes? No.
Looking to throw, McCarthy.
Thank you.
Someone stepped in. It's
Thank you. Who was it? Thank you, Battle.
That's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be
Yeah, I'll
careful.
take it.
Right, you've got to protect the football.
Let me see, did he?
It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Yeah, T-Hawk didn't take him out. T-Hawk got to run a little harder. What, boy?
Tall Chris now.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Chris, you going to get on Call of Duty?
On the handoff, this is Brown.
Man, that boy is faster than him.
Stopped back at the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
I see you over there, Chris, trying to jump back on Chase. I see you.
2nd and 10 now.
Oh, never mind. I know you wouldn't.
This one taken in by Chase. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
What's up, boy? He didn't say nothing. He must not be getting on.
From the red zone now. Hits him on the out route.
Ooh, no, he wouldn't.
And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals leading by 7.
Ask him again, man.
He'll let me know when we get done.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A run with Brown. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed will put 6 on the board for the offense.
Yeah, everybody keep getting on and off. I don't know why they do that. About to delete that person. I don't even know that person.
He added you?
Yeah.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down inside the 20.
Nah, I played that person a long time ago.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
If you play with him, you know his name.
Why is 27 got his back turned? What the
Interception
hell?
last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Hawkins isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Minute 40.
Drives them back. 2nd down coming up.
Minute 40, boy. You see the time?
1 minute? 1 minute?
Yeah.
Another try following the sack. Buys time,
Is it
rolling
like-
right. And they don't connect looking deep there, but this play's not quite over yet. There's a flag on the field. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go
Good.
against them.
Just bag them up or not.
Not helping their cause for this 3rd down.
Why do people not pretend to fight anywhere?
You say what?
Why do people not pretend to fight anywhere?
He wouldn't. He went 5 yards back.
Throwing now.
Not started
He's got
growing.
time here.
That's it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a
That's
tough
not
4th
growing.
down.
That's it.
Kate, if the word safety was used, and it's not allowed in NFL locker rooms, but if it was at halftime, it was about safe throws, good decisions, consistent plays. It was not about a safety to begin this 2nd half. That's what we nearly saw. Not the kind of start this offense wanted.
He got Mac in his name, too.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying again after the pick, McCarthy. A bit of desperation on this deep shot.
Ooh, one of that
And they
picks.
can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to come somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for. Thinking
47.
interceptions
Read.
he had,
You see it?
and incompletion's still pretty good for the defense.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. Forced out to his right. Trying to push it deep downfield. Oh, no, they get him yet again.
Teammate, get off me, teammate.
How is that feeling in Ivy? That lawyer can push it. Head on. What is what? So what
get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Silly.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They're set up at the 35 now. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw.
Oh, what the hell was that? Burrow?
It's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his
You know that in
career.
19 minutes, boy.
Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Escapes the puck. He loses the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up in your fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Slot man motioned over. 1st down, Burrow to throw. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He puts some air under a deep throw to the left.
Ooh.
Oh, brother, it's another
Chase, get in there.
interception. Byron Murphy picks it. And the
GG, my
Vikings
boy.
start